The number of arrests made in Sarasota County are down. Why, despite the drop, Sarasota County Jail is over capacity.
Plus, a new scam Sarasota police are warning people about tonight.
And a gun safety advocate is on the Suncoast tonight. We got to speak to them before their presentation to their community. Your Suncoast News starts now.
You're watching ABC7 News at 6.
Good evening, I'm Taylor Torgano.
And I'm Jacqueline Matter. Thanks for joining us. Scott Dennis has the night off. New at 6, a Northport woman is in jail tonight for allegedly threatening to kill her roommate over an argument about an extension cord. Northport police say Angela Salpes had borrowed her roommate's extension cord. When she went into her room to get it back, Salpes became aggressive. According to the police report, Salpes went to the kitchen to grab a knife and then threatened to kill her roommate. Salpes has been in jail without bond since Sunday. She's facing felony assault charges.
A Punta Gorda man is in jail for allegedly raping a woman at gunpoint. Charlotte County Sheriff's deputies say Albert Thomas, also known as Cheddar, lured a woman into his home and began to rape her. She was able to get away and notified police. A search warrant of Thomas's home found underwear matching the description the victim gave and a gun. Thomas denies the incident and also denies that the gun found in his home is his. He is charged with sexual battery, false imprisonment, and possession of a firearm by a convicted felon.
The Sarasota County Jail is literally overflowing with inmates. The operational capacity for the jail is 867. The physical amount that the jail is built to hold is 1,020. Now the current capacity is over that, now at 1,043. Today the sheriff met with county commissioners to address these and other issues. He says although the amount of arrests have gone down over the past year, longer sentences and people not being able to pay bond has made jail more crowded. Due to the lack of space, it has also become a violent place.
Seeing some increased disciplinary standards that are being violated by the inmates because of the housing, which keeps them in longer. We're seeing inmates become frustrated now and fight with each other. We did have an inmate breaking our inmate's jaw recently because of the overcrowding.
While there was no solution decided on today for this problem, the sheriff says because many of the people in jail are there for a quality of life crime, he would prefer to see people going through rehabilitation programs rather than just be locked up.
The Sarasota Police Department is warning people about yet another scam. A concerned citizen contacted SPD yesterday. He told officers that his mother had been notified that she won $8,000 in a contest endorsed by the police department. The scam artist told the victim that Chief Bernadette DePino would be following up with a phone call to congratulate her. Later, a woman called the victim and identified herself as the chief. SPD is now asking anyone who is a victim of this scam to call them.
Well, let's check in now with Chief Meteorologist Bob Harrigan and a look at our first alert forecast. Bob, how's it looking for sunset tonight?
Well, not too good. We have some clouds moving in, and these clouds are a little thicker, and so usually when you get a little cloudiness around, it makes for a gorgeous sunset. We could still see that in some areas. You see that thickness, though, off in the distance there. Even a few light rain showers now approaching Pinellas County in near St. Petersburg. So a little bit of light rain out there. We've got some changes in store for us. Especially on Friday and into the weekend. We have Willa, which is a major hurricane right now, could make landfall as a major storm, but expected to be a Category 2. The moisture is going to be entrained in this area of low pressure, which is developing on the tail end of a stationary front that is draped over North Florida right now. This low will eventually track off to the east and north and bring us a cold front, and that cold front will be a little stronger than the last one, so we'll look for some cooler temperatures, especially on Sunday and Monday. Right now, that rain falling a little heavier, but still light across much of the panhandle over north central Florida. I mentioned a few showers encroaching on into Pinellas County. You can see that rainfall stretching over to near St. Petersburg. Not much rain here. It should stay relatively quiet. If we see anything, it'll be a few sprinkles, not much at all. Cloudy skies right now, 80 degrees. Still pretty warm out there. Northwest winds are at 10. We'll have the complete details on the weekend weather and take a look at the storm potential for us on Friday coming up in a few minutes. Back to you.
All right, Bob, thank you. In consumer news, according to a recent survey, those who live in Northport enjoy living there and feel safe. The annual survey conducted by the city found some other interesting statistics. The majority of survey participants rated the city an excellent or good place to retire and raise children. The survey also showed that residents feel safe in their neighborhoods across the city. But the survey did find that there are some areas that need improvement. As in previous years, residents rated economy as a priority for the city. Many felt job growth was too slow. The majority of those who responded agree that the downtown area also needs improvements and rated the city very low for a place to visit or work. Construction for a new shopping center in South Sarasota is now underway. The West Villages Marketplace will be on the corner of West Villages Parkway and US 41. The first part of that project includes a massive Publix that will include a full-service pharmacy, a large bakery, and deli. That project is expected to be done by this time next year. In addition to the Publix, additional Marketplace signed leases include Heartland Dental, Sparkle Bright Pools, a Japanese Thai restaurant, China One, All-Star Laundry, and a nail salon.
Meanwhile, construction is starting for new single-family homes in Lakewood Ranch. The Hidden Creek community in East Sarasota is adding 2 new houses. Homes in that neighborhood run from the mid-$200,000s to $300,000. Construction should be done by next year.
And if you're on the job hunt, the U.S. Postal Service is hiring in Sarasota. USPS looking for rural and city carriers for the holiday season. And they say some of those temporary jobs may lead to permanent positions. Salaries range from nearly $17 to almost $18 an hour. Carrier positions require a valid state driver license, a safe driving record, and at least 2 years of documented driving experience. A written exam is also required and background checks are conducted. Those applications are available online.
Well, looking ahead to this holiday season, Florida Highway Patrol is getting a head start in collecting food donations for their annual Thanksgiving food drive. Their Stuff the Charger event starts tomorrow through November 16th. You can drop off non-perishable donations at any of their Southwest Florida locations, including Fort Myers, Bradenton, and Venice. Well, still to come on your Suncoast News, we'll hear from a gun control advocate regarding the dangers of assault weapons and where you can watch them live tonight.
Plus, the new law President Trump signed today that some experts say will cut back on Lake Okeechobee discharge.
I'll be right back.
Today, everyone is looking for carpeting that lasts longer. G. Fried has you covered with Karastan. With a legacy of quality and integrity, we provide you with a huge selection of Karastan carpets with exclusive lifetime limited warranties. All installed by our highly skilled, highly knowledgeable team. Come ask us why Karastan is the best and most durable. G. Fried Flooring America. Our world is at your feet.
Blue 32, Blue 32, hut hut! It's the Ghetto Gridiron Challenge. The game's on to sell 2,000 vehicles. 12 teams compete for the #1 spot. Score a great deal at every Ghetto dealership. Buy with 0 down, make no payments for 90 days. Choose from 14 of your favorite brands, all on sale. Who will make it to the end zone? You decide. Rush to a Ghetto location near you or visit Ghetto.com. Ghetto's got it.
Judy here, I think hospice was a tremendous source of support for her.
Absolutely. With Jennifer and Kimberly and Liza's constant contact with us, coming in, just knowing that there was someone with knowledge there to back us up, to answer our questions, it made a world of difference.
Stop in and save big on new Ram trucks during Ram Power Days at Sunset Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram Fiat in Sarasota. The Ram 1500 has been named a Consumer Guide Best Buy for 6 years running. Get an all-new 2019 Ram Quad Cab for as little as $24,999. Or save big and get up to $14,328 off a new Ram Bighorn Crew Cab. Better prices, bigger selection. Go to Sunset Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram Fiat in Sarasota.
This is an important message for anyone with Medicare. You may be eligible for an all-in-one Medicare plan that combines hospital, medical, and prescription drug coverage together with extra benefits that may include dental, vision, hearing aids, and much more. Some of these plans have a $0 monthly premium regardless of your income. That's right. For one low plan premium, or in some cases a $0 premium, you may be able to get coverage for your hospital visits, doctor appointments, prescription drugs, routine dental care, eyeglasses and contact lenses, hearing aids, and possibly more. Today may be the first time you've heard about this type of Medicare plan. The advisors at the Medicare.com helpline are licensed insurance agents who will explain more when you call. Call now to see if you qualify. Call the number on your screen now. Call now to see if you qualify for these benefits. You worked hard for your Medicare. Now is the time for your Medicare to work hard for you. Not affiliated with or acting on behalf of any government agency or program.
Florida emergency management officials say the state's death toll from Hurricane Michael is now up to at least 29 people. That brings the total up to 39 killed across the southeast. Hurricane Michael slammed into the Panhandle nearly 2 weeks ago with 155-mile-per-hour winds before impacting Georgia, the Carolinas, and Virginia. Many people in those states are still dealing with the storm's aftermath and cleaning up the debris.
All of the first responders from the city of Venice have been going back and forth from the Panhandle and helping our neighbors up north. Today they gave an update on their efforts at the city council meeting, including the story of how the Venice Police Department went the extra mile. Instead of just helping with relief efforts, they say they essentially adopted the Blountstown Police Department. Venice police say they wanted to help their fellow first responders because oftentimes first responders are so busy helping other people, they forget to ask for help for themselves. They plan to continue sending trucks full of donations to them and are asking the public to bring in anything they can to the Venice Police Department.
New clothes, things that they can utilize, and not so much food because they're getting a lot of that, those resources from other organizations, but anything else, generators, air conditioners. It's getting to the point where they're going to start needing heat, so things like that.
They say they also plan on bringing food up for Thanksgiving and helping the department get enough gifts for their kids for Christmas.
And I'm sure they will be recovering for quite some time.
Long time. Electricity's still out in a lot of areas too. They, it's going to get cold there, like you said, pretty soon. Like a couple of strong cold fronts moving through. A lot of the items too that they need right now are for, hygiene. Toilet paper, they also need diapers, and latex gloves are very important this time. I mean, food is obviously important. They had a lot of that sent up, and the gloves for helping clean up is always a big deal after a hurricane as well, and that's still going on and will continue to go on. For us, we're looking at some clouds off in the distance increasing as a result of a little stationary front to the north of us, an area of low pressure trying to get going in the western Gulf of Mexico. Thankfully, it's not going to be a tropical low, and that's good news. And you can see kind of a cloudy evening, not the best for sunset tonight. There are a few showers, too, located just around Pinellas County. So here's what the weather headlines read like. Warmer overnight tonight. We're going to say goodbye to the 60s, at least for the next 3 nights. And then things are going to start to cool down. And you'll notice a big difference on Sunday. Saturday will be a transition day. We'll start to see things cool down on Saturday as well. Storms are possible on Friday. Right now, the chances of getting thunderstorms pretty small at 20%. We'll keep an eye on that tomorrow, see if that changes, but right now it's at 20% for thunderstorms. Well, we're definitely going to get some rainfall out of this as the front moves on through, and that'll happen on Friday, and then we'll be through our area, I think, on Saturday. Still, that trough of low pressure will be hanging on. It'll give us a chance for a few showers on Saturday morning, so the weekend looks good and a little bit cooler. The best day out of the weekend will be Sunday, as those winds will start to die down a little bit, and also it will be a little bit cooler, noticeably cooler, upper 70s for highs on Sunday. Well, a lot of rainfall to the north of us right now, where they are cleaning up after Michael. Still some light rain there. They're going to get some heavier storms too, as that low pressure area tracks right across them. Now, this stationary front exists right across north central Florida and the northern Gulf of Mexico, and that is where the low pressure that's developing here in the northwest Gulf will eventually move right along that front. Looks like it's going to move to our north, so we're not going to get the heavier storms. That'll be over the lower Mississippi Valley. That is going to scoot right up into the northeast and become a northeaster. And northeaster next, looks like Sunday and Monday, and bring some nasty weather to much of the northeast United States. For us, that light rain approaching Pinellas County now and in through Gainesville, getting some rainfall, Jacksonville. All this should stay to our north. There are a few showers well offshore. They're trying to get close. I wouldn't be surprised to see 1 or 2 sprinkles, but I don't think we're going to see this rough weather that they're seeing out here, although it is approaching this way. We'll keep an eye on it for you, but right now, most of the models indicating that will not happen. Well, a front's going to be coming down, a cold front, but it doesn't get down here. It falls stationary just to our north on Wednesday. Eventually works back northward as a warm front as this system starts to get its act together. This is moisture left over from the remnants of Willa. It makes it all the way across Mexico into Texas. Unfortunately, they don't need that. Heavy rainfall into Louisiana, Mississippi, Alabama. Big storms heading toward the panhandle of Florida, so that's going to be dangerous for those folks up there going through the cleanup effort. 74 tonight. Will be a little warmer by 11 o'clock. Tomorrow's highs will be into the mid-80s, slightly above average. We'll see a mixture of sun and clouds throughout the day. No real threat of any significant rainfall tomorrow. Here's the European model forecast. There's a little bit of a difference from the GFS. The low pressure moves off to the north of us. The front comes through on Friday, and then cooler air to follow. And another front after this will move through on Tuesday of next week. So we're into this pattern now. We're going to start to see things cool down. Our wind flow, which has been so nice out of the east, will stay that way too on Wednesday. So red tide sufferers looks like not a problem. But once that front moves through on Friday, those winds will shift around to the northwest, and that could be an issue. Obviously, this is Willa, could make landfall here this evening as a Category 3, more than likely a 2, but it's going to bring a lot of rainfall into central Mexico. For boaters, north winds at 10 knots. Seas will be running right around 1 to 2 feet with a light chop out there. 7-day forecast checks in like this. A mixture of sun and clouds, partly cloudy we'll call it. On Wednesday, high temperatures a few degrees above average. And then Thursday, we'll start to see an increase in clouds. A chance for showers comes late Thursday evening at 40%, and then 60% on Friday. Showers and maybe even a few thunderstorms. The rain chance is 60%, thunderstorm chance at about 20%. A few morning showers on Saturday, and then notice the cooler temperatures, low to mid 60s from Sunday morning through Tuesday morning. That'll be nice. Back to you.
All right, looking forward to it. Thank you, Bob. A speaker for the National Brady Campaign to Prevent Gun Violence is on the Suncoast today. Kylie Ann Hunter will be speaking to a group tonight in downtown Sarasota about the issue of assault weapons and the Second Amendment. Hunter is a veteran of the U.S. Marine Corps, where she was a helicopter gunship pilot and served multiple combat tours in Iraq and Afghanistan. She tells us 96 people in America die from gun violence every day, including weapons of war, and she says that has to stop.
While those weapons serve a purpose, and many of us owe our lives to them, they have no places here in our schools, our churches, our communities, our nightclubs, our concerts, or even our hospitals.
She has very strong beliefs about these weapons, so the idea that she could come here and talk to Sarasota vets is just a terrific thing.
Hunter's talk and presentation takes place tonight at 7 o'clock at the Fogartyville facility in downtown Sarasota.
Tonight, 3 Miami police officers are facing federal drug charges. The announcement was made earlier today. According to a criminal affidavit, the 3 officers accepted cash payments in exchange for protecting the drug traffickers. Undercover FBI agents posing as drug dealers eventually were able to uncover the collaboration.
These 3 officers are charged with committing the very crimes that they have a duty to investigate, to report, and to help prosecute.
The suspected officers are expected to make their first federal court appearance on Wednesday.
New details now on a Florida commissioner being charged in the fatal shooting of a man accused of shoplifting a hatchet from an Army-Navy surplus store in Lakeland. Michael Dunn resigned yesterday from the Lakeland City Commission. A grand jury charged him Friday with second-degree murder. Surveillance video released to the public shows Dunn shooting Cristobal Lopez on October 3rd. Dunn's attorney says that shooting was justified because Lopez was holding a hatchet.
President Trump signed into law today a water resources bill that will help critical projects like beach renourishment and environmental protection. The Senate passed the measure back on October 10th. It will allow the U.S. Army Corps of Engineers to construct, expedite, modify, and study more than 100 water resource projects. The bill will also increase water storage in the West, replenish shorelines across Florida, and build new dams.
Former Vice President Joe Biden in Florida's capital city Tuesday alongside Democratic U.S. Senator Bill Nelson, who was running for re-election against Republican Governor Rick Scott. Meeting with dozens of mostly young voters, Biden praised Nelson, who has spent almost 18 years in the Senate but is facing a tough challenge from current Governor Rick Scott.
For many of you, it's your first vote. But I tell you, whether you're your age or you're my age, this is an election that is bigger than politics.
Following their stop in Tallahassee, Biden and Nelson were headed to Orlando for a larger rally. And the race for Congress in the 16th Congressional District is one of the highest profile races in the country. Both candidates, Republican Vern Buchanan and Democrat David Shapiro, will face off in their one and only debate tonight here on ABC7 at 7. Now, this is a live view outside of our newsroom right now where protesters and supporters are gathering in anticipation of those candidates arriving. Again, that debate will air tonight on ABC7 at 7 in a little under 45 minutes.
Stay with us.
When we come back, we'll show you the very special way the late musician Tom Petty is being honored for his birthday this year.
Tonight, with just 2 weeks before America votes, who are the front runners in the key races and what issues do they stand for? Plus, the new hurricane threat, the path of Willa. World News Tonight with David Muir, America's most watched newscast.
I feel happiest when I'm out enjoying my favorite things, like spending time in my garden. That's why I need a Humana Medicare Advantage plan.
Many Humana Medicare Advantage plans cover everything from emergency care and hospital stays to doctor office visits and prescription drug coverage. In fact, last year, Humana Medicare Advantage prescription drug plan members saved an estimated $6,900 on average on their prescription costs. Humana has a large network of doctors and hospitals, plans that include vision and dental coverage, and most plans include Silver Sneakers Fitness and a rewards program. All for a $0 monthly plan premium in most areas.
Now I can be happy and healthy and keep enjoying all of my favorite things.
Your health and happiness is important to us. Call or go online now to get your free decision guide and see how a Humana Medicare Advantage plan can help keep you enjoying your favorite things.
You want a Maserati, but you need an SUV. Why not have both? Levante, the Maserati of SUVs.
Experience it at Sunset Maserati Alfa Romeo of Sarasota.
Picking out a new ceiling fan? That's a do-it-yourself. Installing your new ceiling fan?
No.
That's a don't do-it-yourself. For ceiling fans, rewires, or anything electrical, play it safe. And call on the trained electricians from your locally owned Mr. Sparky. It's no accident that so many of our customers are repeat customers. Trust Mr. Sparky for all your electrical repairs.
Call 888-8-SPARKY.
Christmas Traditions by Lux Art Silks, where more is merrier. Make your holidays sparkle with style. Browse our amazing showroom, cute collectible cottages, and beautiful Christmas displays. Find the inspiration, selection, and quality you need to deck the halls merry and bright. Christmas Traditions also features the area's largest selection of quality pre-lit Christmas trees, every size, shape, and color, and plenty of decorations to make your home shine for the holidays. Christmas Traditions by Lux Art Silks, where more is merrier. Visit us on New 301, just a quarter-mile north of University Parkway.
Enjoy fine wine and great foods, all while supporting a great cause. It's the 17th annual Suncoast Food and Wine Fest, happening Saturday, November 10th from 1 to 4 p.m. at the Premier Sports Campus in Lakewood Ranch. Taste hundreds of wines from around the world and sample great food from the area's finest restaurants. All proceeds go to local charities and Rotary projects. For tickets and information, visit suncoastfoodandwinefest.com.
Where to go and what to do in Birmingham, Alabama. Personalized just for you. Find your sweet spots at alabama.travel/sweet spot.
Here's today's Job of the Day. ABC7 is seeking a reporter/anchor with at least 3 years reporting and anchoring experience. Producing background a plus. Visit mysuncoast.com/job of the day to apply.
1, 2, 3. Tom Petty Park.
Tom Petty fans from all over the country came to Florida to celebrate his birthday in a very special way. The park where the former Heartbreakers frontman played as a kid in Gainesville is now named after him. The new name for Northeast Park is now the Tom Petty Memorial Park. The dedication was part of a weekend-long celebration for Petty.
Wow, you can just see the amount of people that came out to support that.
Great performer from Gainesville. Didn't go to UF, but he was there, and some great songs. I saw him twice in concert, so it was.
You were singing for us a few moments ago.
It's a beautiful day. The sun was shining. Some showers heading our way.
Love it. No. Yes.
Other lyrics, but nonetheless, we are going to see some showers. It looks like Thursday and Friday, and a possibility of a few storms.
All right, thank you so much, Bob. World News Tonight with David Muir is coming up next. We'll see you again at 7 and 11. Have a good night.